Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to an airbrush step by step. Today we are doing Happy Days Fonz and we're doing Richie, I think it's Richie, correct me if I'm wrong, out the Fonz. These are two caricatures on one piece of paper. The size of the paper we're using today is really small. It's probably around 150 wide, 180 high mil. So we've got two placed in there. I've projected the artwork up, penciled round, got the key features bits that I need. And then I placed application tape over the top, which is a low tack paper. You use it for transferring vinyl graphics across. And it's great to use for airbrushing. It's good masking because it's easy to peel off and you can pencil on top of it or biro on top of it. So if you've penciled some outline out, you can place this over the top and you'll see your pencil through it and you can go back over the top, draw on top of the application tape, put it to one side, chop it out with a scalpel and place it back on, and that's what I've done. And I've done that just to keep the caricatures clear and clean while we put the background in. Colours we're using today is going to be FW range. I've got a skin tone set mixed up. So I'm just going to pick some skin tones out, sort of to the picture. Brush is the iWater Custom Takumi on a 018. We'll be running around 12 psi, might go a little bit lower. We'll see what it's like when we come to test the paint. On this video today, it's going to be time-lapse steps. If I do a full video, guys, it's going to be probably like 2 hours long. Just way too long, especially for a step-by-step. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a chunk of time-lapse, so you'll see a big bit go in, and then I'll pause and I'll just give you a little talk through and point round and show you and tell you how I did it and what colours I used and how I got round it. But you're going to see that in the time-lapse. You will pick up in the time-lapse sort of what I'm doing, where I'm holding the shields and going. But I'll just explain stuff as we go along. And it makes the video not too long then. You don't get too bored watching two caricatures come together. So we'll move in closer, enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the first break for the little chat. a bit. I'll give you a little talk through. I started off with one skin tone, which was skin tone 1 that I'd mixed up, and went in with this and really thinned it out, and started to sketch the face out and just build that tone up and just keep going really light and then just go over the top till you turn it to its full opaqueness, and just built the face up and just built the features up looking across. And then we moved on to the hair, round the hair, the eyebrows, and just went in with the smoke black, went in really light again, and then just built over the top with an FW black over the top of that, thinned out, and just worked it up. Moved down to the jacket, same again, smoke black to start off with, and then went in with the FW darker black and just put the tones in. Dusted over a bit of Payne's grey to put a little bit of light blue in the top of the jacket, around the top where the light's hitting it. Come round, Posca paint pen for the highlights, just put it on and then smear it so it just gives you that softer stroke. A little bit of highlights on the teeth, moved on to the lips, mixed up like a red first and then went back in with the skin tone over the top and just blended it in with the skin tone of the face, and just worked it in the hand the same, just worked the skin tone up over the top. And we've got Fonzie in. The next one to do is this. We started on this same again, I've used the same skin tone as this one, really light, and then just started to layer it up and just start putting the shapes in. We'll move back over to this one now, work a bit more of the face, we'll drop the eyes in, drop the hair in, and then work down to the jacket and finish on just about tops of the, like the jeans here. Then we can demask and then see what it looks like when it's demasked, because the edge is slightly in on this masking. You'll find that when you do it, you can see there as we pull that away. That's not bad, that's quite clean, that's gone quite tight up to that. I could just see a gap, I can just see the background as I pushed it in. So I was working into it sort of this way to keep the skin tone on the edge. So we'll move on, do another time lapse. We'll finish this one off and then I'll give you a talk at the end if I've used any other techniques, but they're the sort of techniques I'm using, just nice and easy, just build it up. Really low pressure, get your paint mixes the same, just test your paints to the side, move to the side, test it and go back in. Just get the brush running nice and you can hit all these tiny little details as you go really small. So see you in the next time lapse. There you go, we've got it finished, guys. I hope I picked enough, I hope you picked up in the time lapse. I sort of went from Fonzie and moved across, same again, just started working in. I think I jumped on the hair, went in with the hair, started off with a sepia on that, and then just toned it down a bit with a, I think it was a burnt umber or raw umber on that, and just toned it down a bit, worked the rest of the face in, the eyes, a little bit on the eyebrows, came down, started to work the jacket in with red, and then went in with some like a smoke, no, it was a cool grey just darkened off slightly, and just put a little pass in here on the top and down here. A little bit of orange stripe in here and there, and then Posca paint pen just to get the highlights in, and just smear out the highlights and pop the sharp ones out around, and we got it down. So it's quite a nice one to do. Small piece, just take your time, that's all you've got to do, guys, and just chip away at it. Work the skin tone, just worked it in one colour, went really light, thinned it out, and then just overlaid it and just darkened it up in the places I need to darken it up, and it just all come together. It's quite nice on the time lapse because I can have music going, so I'm just listening to music. I think I had absolute 90s on, just listening to old 90s classics, and just got into it and started painting. And that's what you got to do, you just got to enjoy it, you know. Put some music on in the background, just take your time and chip away. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Drop your comments, tell me your thoughts, and I will see you lot in the next one. Cheers, guys.